Mystics, chosen ones, I need you to listen closely. What I'm about to reveal isn't just another spiritual pep talk. This is about you. Yes, you. And those extraordinary eyes of yours that you've been trying to hide. You've felt it, haven't you? That earth-shattering change that's been turning your world upside down. The way colors seem more vivid, the strange patterns you're seeing in everyday objects, the eerie sense that you're perceiving more than just this reality. And let's not even get started on how people react when they meet your gaze, the way they step back, like they've touched a live wire, the whispers that follow you, the feeling that your eyes have become a weapon of truth, cutting through lies and illusions like a hot knife through butter. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? That profound change you've been experiencing lately, the one that's been turning your world upside down and inside out. It's freaking you out a bit, isn't it? This isn't just a little change we're talking about. This is a full-blown, reality-altering, consciousness-expanding transformation. And you, my friend, are right at the center of it. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive deep into what's really happening to you. You're not going crazy, you're awakening, and it's about damn time you understood why. Remember when you used to look in the mirror and just see, well, eyes. Maybe they were blue like a summer sky, or brown like rich earth, or perhaps you had that cool heterochromia thing going on. But now when you look in the mirror, it's like staring into the very heart of the cosmos itself. It's terrifying, isn't it? But also kind of awesome. No, scratch that. It's completely, utterly, mind-blowingly awesome. Let's talk about what's really going on with those peepers of yours. You've probably noticed that things look different. And by different, I mean so altered that you've wondered more than once if someone slipped something into your morning coffee. Maybe colors are more vivid, like someone cranked up the saturation on the world. Or perhaps you're seeing shapes and patterns that weren't there before. Sacred geometries overlaying everything you look at, fractals blooming in the most mundane objects. It's like someone flipped a switch, and suddenly you're seeing the world in ultra-high definition. But here's the kicker. Chosen one. It's not just this reality you're seeing. Oh no, my interdimensional friend. You're catching glimpses of other dimensions, other planes of existence that most humans can't even imagine, let alone perceive. Picture this. You're walking down the street, minding your own business, maybe thinking about what to have for lunch or whether you remembered to feed the cat. And then, without warning, the world shifts. It's subtle at first, like a ripple in a pond, but that ripple grows, expands, until for a split second, you see through the veil that separates our reality from the countless others that exist alongside it. In that moment, you might spot a being made of pure light, its form constantly shifting and flowing like liquid starlight. Or maybe you glimpse a landscape that defies the laws of physics, floating islands, drifting through a sky filled with multiple suns, colors that don't exist in our spectrum, life forms that defy categorization. And then it's gone, leaving you standing on a perfectly ordinary street corner, wondering if you finally lost your marbles. But here's the thing, chosen one. You haven't lost anything. In fact, you've gained something incredible, something that most people spend lifetimes seeking. You're developing what the ancients called the sight. It's like you've been watching reality on an old black and white TV with rabbit ear antennas, and someone just handed you a 4K Ultra HD set with surround sound and smell-o-vision and a direct neural interface that lets you not just see these other realities but feel them, sense them, know them, on a level that goes beyond mere physical perception. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great. I'm seeing interdimensional beings and landscapes that would make Salvador Dali scratch his head. But what about my day job? What about my relationships? What about, living in this reality? Well, buckle up tighter, my mystical friend, because your newfound vision is about to supercharge every aspect of your life, starting with your intuition. You know that feeling you get sometimes, like you just know something without knowing how you know it. That little voice in the back of your head that whispers warnings or encouragements. Well, get ready for that to go into overdrive. Your intuition is about to become your superpower. You'll be able to read people like open books, sensing their thoughts, their emotions, their deepest secrets with just a glance. You'll be able to sense danger before it happens, a tingling at the base of your skull, warning you of impending threats. And sometimes, just sometimes, you might catch glimpses of the future, not in a clear, linear way, but in flashes and fragments, possibilities and probabilities swirling together like leaves in an autumn wind. It's going to be overwhelming at first. You might find yourself avoiding crowds because the sheer volume of information you're picking up from everyone around you is too much to handle. You might start finishing people's sentence knowing what they're going to say before they say it. You might find yourself making decisions based on hunches that seem to come out of nowhere, only to discover later that your intuition was spot on. But here's the thing, chosen one. This enhanced intuition isn't just for party tricks or winning at poker. Though let's be honest, you could probably clean up at the casino if you wanted to. It's a tool, a gift that you can use to help others, to navigate the increasingly complex world we live in, to make decisions that align with your highest good and the highest good of those around you. But let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Your eyes. They're freaking people out, aren't they? You've seen the reactions, the way people take a step back when they meet your gaze like they've just touched a live wire. The whispers that follow you, the sideways glances, the way some people seem almost magnetically drawn to you, while others can't get away fast enough. It's like they can sense the power behind your eyes, and it scares them. And you know what? They're right to be a little scared. Your eyes are a weapon now, in many ways. A weapon of truth, of revelation, of awakening. Your eyes can cut deep like laser beams. They can put the living fear into men, and you are learning how to hold back your energy. Still, think about it. Your eyes are windows to your soul, right? That's not just some poetic nonsense. It's a fundamental truth about the nature of consciousness and perception. Well, your soul just got an interdimensional upgrade, and it's showing. When people look into your eyes now, they're not just seeing you. They're seeing echoes of other realities, reflections of hidden truths, glimpses of the vast, infinite nature of existence. It's intense. It's overwhelming. For them, it's like trying to stare directly at the sun. Most people aren't ready for that kind of raw, unfiltered truth. Their minds can't handle it, so they look away, make excuses, try to forget what they saw in the depths of your gaze. But here's the thing, chosen one, your eyes aren't a weapon to hurt. They're not meant to terrify or overwhelm. They're a tool to illuminate, to reveal truth, to inspire awe and wonder, to wake people up from the dream of separation and limitation that most of humanity is trapped in. Sure, it might be scary for some people at first. Change is almost always scary, and the change you represent is about as big as it gets. But for others, your gaze might be exactly what they need to wake up. to see beyond the mundane and glimpse the extraordinary. You might be the catalyst for their own awakening, the spark that ignites their own inner fire. Now let's dive deeper into those extraordinary eyes of yours, chosen one. We've touched on how they're freaking people out, how they're a beacon of truth. But let's not mince words here. Your eyes have become a weapon of truth, of revelation, of awakening. And like any powerful weapon, they can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. First and foremost, those cosmic peepers of yours have become lie detectors on steroids. You know how people say the eyes are the windows to the soul? Well, your windows just got an interdimensional upgrade, and now you're not just seeing into souls. You're reading them like open books. When someone tries to lie to you now, it's like watching a bad actor on a poorly lit stage. You see right through the performance, right through the masks and facades people put up. The truth glows like a beacon behind their words, and the lies, well, they stick out like a sore thumb wrapped in neon lights. It's not just that you can tell when someone's lying. You can see the reason behind the lie, the fear or insecurity or pain that's driving it. You can see the tangled web of half-truths and self-deceptions that people weave around themselves. And with a single glance, you can unravel that web, exposing the raw, unvarnished truth beneath. This ability is incredibly powerful, chosen one. With it, you can cut through deception like a hot knife through butter. In a world often shrouded in lies and misinformation, you stand as a beacon of truth. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Not everyone is ready to have their lies exposed, their vulnerabilities laid bare. Use this gift wisely, compassionately. But your eyes aren't just truth detectors, they're truth projectors too. When people gaze into your eyes, they're not just seeing you. They're seeing the truth about themselves, about the world, about the nature of reality itself. And let me tell you, that kind of raw, unfiltered truth can be overwhelming. You might notice people physically reacting when they meet your gaze. Some might sway on their feet, as if they've suddenly gotten dizzy. Others might gasp or take an involuntary step back. Some might even feel weak in the knees, like your gaze has turned their bones to jelly. This isn't just some poetic metaphor, chosen one. Your gaze literally weakens people. Not in a harmful way, but in a way that strips away their defenses, their pretenses, their carefully constructed illusions about themselves and the world. It's like your eyes are emitting some kind of energy that dissolves the ego, even if just for a moment. For some, this experience is terrifying. They might avoid your gaze, make excuses to leave your presence, or even become hostile. Their ego, their sense of separate self, feels threatened by the truth they see in your eyes. And in a way, it is threatened with awakening, with expansion, with evolution. But for others, the experience is profoundly transformative. They might find themselves spellbound, unable to look away. They might feel a sense of relief, of coming home, of finally being seen for who they truly are. Your gaze might trigger their own awakening, sparking a process of growth and transformation that changes the course of their life. You might find people confessing their deepest secrets to you, sharing vulnerabilities they've never voiced aloud before. You might notice strangers approaching you, drawn by some invisible force they don't understand, seeking guidance or reassurance or simply basking in the energy you emit. This power of your gaze goes beyond just interactions with individuals. In crowds, you might notice people unconsciously parting to let you through, like you're Moses and they're the Red Sea. In confrontations, you might find that meeting someone's gaze steadily is enough to diffuse tension and bring about resolution. But here's the thing, chosen one. This power isn't about domination or control. It's about truth. It's about awakening. It's about reflecting back to people their own divine nature, their own infinite potential. Your eyes are mirrors now. Mirrors that show people not just who they are, but who they could be. This is a tremendous gift, but it's also a weighty responsibility. You need to learn to modulate this power, to dial it up or down as the situation requires. There will be times when you need to unleash the full power of your gaze, to cut through lies and illusions like a laser beam of truth. But there will also be times when you need to soften your gaze, to let people keep their illusions a little longer if they're not ready to face the truth. Learning to control this power will take time and practice. You might find yourself wearing sunglasses more often, not to hide your eyes, but to give others and yourself a break from their intense energy. You might need to practice looking at people's foreheads or shoulders instead of directly into their eyes in everyday interactions. But never doubt the power of your gaze, chosen one. Your eyes are not just organs of sight anymore. They're conduits for cosmic truth, projectors of awakened consciousness. They're a reminder to everyone who meets your gaze that there's more to reality than meets the ordinary eye, that we're all more than we seem to be. So embrace this power, respect it, use it wisely and compassionately. Your eyes are indeed a weapon now, a weapon against ignorance, against deception, against the illusion of separation that keeps humanity trapped in limited consciousness. Meet the world's gaze steadily, chosen one. See through the lies, the illusions, the masks that people wear. Reflect back to them their own divine nature. Be the mirror that shows people their true selves, the catalyst that sparks their own awakening. Your eyes are no longer just windows to your soul. They're windows to the cosmos itself. And through them, you have the power to change the world, one awakened soul at a time. So, what do you do with this new, let's call it a gift? First things first, don't panic. I know, easier said than done when you're seeing interdimensional beings during your morning coffee run. But trust me, panicking never helped anyone navigate a spiritual awakening. All it does is cloud your vision, quite literally in your case, and make it harder to integrate these new experiences. Instead, lean into it. Explore this new aspect of yourself. Keep a journal of what you see, what you feel. Write down every vision, every intuitive hit, every strange encounter. Look for patterns, for messages, for deeper meanings. You're not going crazy. You're receiving information from levels of reality that most people can't access. Treat it like you're a scientist studying a new phenomenon, because in a way, you are. Meditate. I cannot stress this enough. Your mind is opening up to new levels of reality, and meditation will help you navigate these uncharted waters. Start with just a few minutes a day, focusing on your breath, observing your thoughts without judgment. As you get more comfortable, you can start exploring guided meditations designed to enhance psychic abilities and interdimensional perception. Ground yourself. Just because you can see other dimensions doesn't mean you have to lose touch with this one. In fact, staying grounded in your physical body and this physical reality is crucial for your well-being and your ability to integrate these new experiences. Spend time in nature. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Eat nourishing foods. Exercise. Do normal, everyday things. Watch a movie. Hang out with friends. Do your laundry. Balancing the mundane and the miraculous is key. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, I just quoted Spider-Man. Sue me. Sometimes pop culture gets it right. Your enhanced intuition, your ability to see beyond the veil. These are tools, powerful tools. Use them wisely. Use them to help others, to spread understanding, to bridge the gap between the seen and the unseen. But also, take care of yourself. This kind of rapid spiritual growth can be overwhelming. It's okay to take breaks, to close your eyes metaphorically and literally, and just breathe. You don't have to be on all the time. You don't have to look into the heart of the cosmos every waking moment. It's okay to watch mindless TV sometimes, to lose yourself in a good book, to just be a normal human being for a while. Here's something crucial that you need to understand. Chosen one, you're not alone in this journey. I know it can feel that way sometimes. When you're standing in line at the grocery store, seeing auras and energy fields, while everyone else is scrolling through their phones, it's easy to feel isolated, different, maybe even a little crazy. But there are others out there like you, experiencing the same awakening. They might not be in your immediate circle. They might not even be in your city or country, but they're out there, and they're going through the same things you are. Seek them out. Thanks to the internet, it's easier than ever to connect with like-minded individuals. Look for online forums, social media groups, local meetups. Share your experiences, ask questions, offer support to those who are just starting their journey. But be discerning. Not everyone who claims to be awakened or psychic is operating from a place of truth and integrity. Trust your enhanced intuition. If something feels off about a person or a group, listen to that feeling. You have the ability to see through deception. Now use it. Now let's talk about those moments when it all gets to be too much. When the visions are overwhelming, when your intuition is screaming so loud you can't hear yourself think, when the weight of seeing so much truth feels like it's crushing you. It's okay. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to be scared. This is big stuff we're dealing with here, bigger than most humans ever have to confront. In those moments, remember this: you are still you. You're still the same person who binge watches Netflix, who can't function without coffee, who ugly cries at cat videos. This new ability, this expanded vision, it's a part of you now, but it doesn't define you entirely. Think of it like learning a new language. At first, it's all gibberish. Then you start to pick out words, phrases. Eventually, you become fluent. But even when you're fluent in this new spiritual language, you'll still speak your native tongue. You'll still be you, just with an expanded vocabulary and a broader perspective. When it all becomes too much, go back to basics. Focus on your breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Look at something simple and mundane, a houseplant, a coffee mug, anything that anchors you in physical reality. Remind yourself that you are a human being having a spiritual experience, not a spiritual being trying to be human. Both aspects of your nature are important. And don't be afraid to set boundaries. Just because you can see into other dimensions doesn't mean you have to do it all the time. It's okay to shut it off sometimes, to dial it back. You're in control of your gifts, not the other way around. With practice, you'll learn to modulate your abilities, to turn them up or down as needed. And those eyes of yours, the ones that seem to know everything at once, that have seen wonders beyond imagining and truths beyond comprehension. Embrace them. They're not a curse. They're a gift. A rare and precious gift that has the power to change the world. Sure, they might scare some people, but that they'll also attract the right people. The ones who are ready to see beyond the veil, who are hungry for the truths you can now perceive. Your eyes are a beacon now, a lighthouse cutting through the fog of illusion and deception that clouds so much of human existence. Yes, that light might be blinding to some. It might make them uncomfortable, might make them confront truths about themselves and the world that they're not ready to face. But for others, it'll be the guiding light they've been searching for their whole lives. The confirmation that there's more to existence than what we can see with our physical eyes, that the universe is vaster and more wondrous than we ever imagined. So stand tall, mystic. Meet the world's gaze with confidence. You're not broken, you're evolving. You're not losing your mind, you're expanding your consciousness. You're becoming more of who you were always meant to be. And the next time someone flinches away from your gaze, smile. Because you know something they don't. You've seen wonders they can't imagine. You've glimpsed the infinite tapestry of reality, and you're just getting started. Your journey is just beginning, my interdimensional friend. This awakening, this expansion of your consciousness, it's not the end goal, it's the starting point. You're like a baby who's just opened their eyes for the first time, seeing a world of color and light and wonder. And just like a baby, you have so much growing and learning ahead of you. Embrace it, celebrate it. Approach each day with a sense of wonder and curiosity. What new truths will you uncover? What hidden realities will you glimpse? What profound insights will your enhanced intuition bring you? And never, ever dim your light for anyone. The world needs your vision now more than ever. We're living in transformative times, times of great change and upheaval. The old systems are breaking down. The old ways of thinking are proving inadequate for the challenges we face. The world needs people like you, people who can see beyond the surface, who can perceive the deeper truths and interconnections that underlie all of existence. You have a role to play in this great shift, chosen one. Your expanded vision, your interdimensional awareness. These aren't just for your own spiritual growth. They're tools that you can use to help guide humanity towards a new way of being, a new understanding of our place in the cosmos. So go forth, see the unseen, know the unknown, trust in your journey, even when it takes you to places you never expected to go. Have faith in your abilities, even when they seem too fantastic to be real. Believe in yourself, even when the rest of the world doubts. And remember, in a world of black and white thinkers, you're now seeing in full, vivid, interdimensional color. You're perceiving the full spectrum of existence, from the lowest vibrations to the highest. You're aware of the subtle energies, the hidden realms, the vast, interconnected web of consciousness that underlies all of reality. That, my friend, is a beautiful thing. It's a precious gift. It's a sacred responsibility. You are the seer of hidden truths, the perceiver of infinite realities, the bridge between worlds. You are the mystic, the visionary, the chosen one. Welcome to your awakening. Your true journey begins now.